Ladies and gentlemen, this is Durag Wisdom, and today is Y2K 19.11.08, and the music you hear in the background is Gil Millet's score for the 1978 horror flick The Sentinel, New York based, filmed in New York around Brooklyn Heights. It's well worth seeing. The Sentinel. I got the news last night, and I got to be further nauseated by the fact that Michael Bloomberg, former three-term mayor of New York City, is running for president. He's decided he's going to take his billions and billions and run for president. I've lived in New York for over 45 years. And later on in my sojourn in New York, I became a New York City school teacher, which was an experience that you don't want to die for. One of the worst mayors that I had to work under as a New York City school teacher was Michael Bloomberg. See, Michael Bloomberg is a business person, just like Donnie Trump. Business person, a multi-billion-dollar business person with a big ego to match. He was a Republican when he was mayor of New York City. Now he's a Democrat. You know, the little chameleon changing his spots whenever he wants to. And he is not, ladies and gentlemen, he is not a liberal by any means. He ran his city just like a Trumpist would. He had something called stop and frisk. Imagine you're walking down the street and these cops can just walk up to you if they suspect you and just throw you against the wall and frisk you. That's crap. He wanted to tell people how much soda they could drink, so he wanted to outlaw these large-sized sodas. I don't want to drink a large-sized sugary soda, but if somebody else wants to, and that's their business, they're not doing anything to me. Well, he has to control everything. And he took the school system and he turned it into a test-taking machine. He had people from Great Britain, love Great Britain, come on over here and start telling us how to teach. How did these people, where did he get these people from? He was turning teachers into proctors, 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week proctors, just preparing for these stupid tests. You know what else he would do? He took these charter schools and he put them, co-located them with regular public schools. And guess what? The charters had all the rights. The charters could follow their own rules. The charters could do what they want. Even take over a whole regular public school building and make it even more difficult for regular public school teachers to teach. We didn't have a contract under Bloomberg. We had nothing. And, you know, I was able to teach a specialized course in movies and media, even though I had a special ed license. Of course, I did take, special ed students, all the students. But this creep was going to take that away, and he was going to put me back into a regular special ed classroom where, under the Board of Ed rules, these kids could do whatever they want. I mean, again, I could tell you stories, and we'll do that for another time. But in the meantime, to have this creep Bloomberg throw his big millionaire's hat into our ring, an anti-educator. I have to say again, toward the end of my career, when he was mayor, it was horrific. And I may have done another couple of years instead of retiring when I did, but the job was hard enough as it was, working with the bureaucrats, the administrators in these schools. But then they have a mayor who was in control of all this stuff. He was in charge, mayoral control of the schools, and turning into a business model, turning teachers into like automatons. I wouldn't even treat a cat that way. Would you treat a cat that way? Would you? I wouldn't even treat a cat that way, because a kitty is a kitty. He also got himself a third term as mayor of our city. I did not vote for him at all. I felt that his idea of taking another term was way beyond the pale. And now here he is running for president, saying stuff like he doesn't have confidence that the people in there who are running now are going to win against this crooked turd that we have as so-called president, who shouldn't even be allowed to run for president. Anybody would be a better president than the creep that's in there. And I've said this before, whale crap at the bottom of the ocean would make a better president. And now, you want to add vomit to the crap? And that's what Mike Bloomberg is. Right now we have a pile, lower than a pile of crap in our White House. And the idea that this multi-billionaire business person wants to come in there, claim that he's going to be the savior of the Democrats, makes me want to puke. Because we got vomit. Michael Bloomberg is vomit. Full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, if this son of a bitch Bloomberg ends up being the front runner, I would have to vote for that bastard. And I despise that creep as much as possible. Please, ladies and gentlemen, talk to your friends. We've experimented with fascism. I've said this before. We've experimented with these business assholes. Come on, let's try a little more progressivism. Let's see. Let's try it. Pick Elizabeth Warren. Pick Bernie Sanders. Pick someone with a different mindset than the businessman. Are we sick and tired of having these rich slime balls conning us? I certainly am.